Genesis chapter 8, from verse 20 to 22. Genesis 8, 20 to 22. And Noah builded an altar unto the Lord, and took of every clean beast, and of every clean fowl, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And the Lord smelled a sweet savor. And the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake. For the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Neither will I again smite any more everything living as I have done, while the earth remaineth. Seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. Harvest must come. It is a settled matter. It is by the decree of the Most High. As long as there is day and night, there must be seed time and harvest. Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Galatians 6, verse 7. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man sows, he shall reap. Divine decrees. And once God speaks, it's settled. Now, harvest time depends on certain things. When is the appointed time to harvest? That one depends on certain things. Number one, it depends on the quality of the seed sown. Quality of the seed determines when the harvest time will come. For example, if you sow corn, you will reap after 3 months. Corn, maize. When you sow corn or maize, within 3 months, you are ready for harvest. If it is yam that you sow, you will have to wait 6 months. That's why yam is more expensive than corn. If you sow cocoa, you will have to wait at least 3 years. I'm talking from experience. I'm a farmer's boy. So I know if we sow corn, within 3 months, we'll be eating fresh corn. Yam, we have to wait 6 months. Cocoa, at least 3 years. Quality determines when the appointed time for harvest will come. The cheaper the seed, the sooner the harvest. The more expensive the seed, the longer it takes before the harvest. However, once you begin to harvest your cocoa, the harvest goes on for life. The second thing that will determine the appointed time is when do you sow? When? John chapter 12, verse 24. John 12 says, unless a corn of seed of wheat falls to the ground.
I am Dr. Kelvin, a consultant and researcher with IQ.
It abides alone. You do not begin to count the day to the harvest until the seed had gone into the soil. Until the seed leaves your hand and goes into the soil, you cannot begin to count the day to the harvest. As long as the seed remains on the shelf, you can begin to count the day of harvest. It is when the seed has reached the ground. In 1 Kings chapter 17 from verse 8 to 16, 1 Kings 17 from verse 8 to 16, Elijah said to the widow of Zarephath, "You want a harvest? Sow first. Do my own first." You say you have only 1 meal left. Congratulations. That's enough seed. So now, you cannot begin to make for you and your son until that which you have has left your hand. Until you sow, you cannot begin to count the day to the harvest. Number 3, that will determine when the harvest will come is the season. The season. There is a season for sowing corn. There is a season for sowing yam. You sow in the wrong season, there will be no harvest at all. Isaiah chapter 55 verse 10 says, until the rain falls on the ground, then the ground can then bring forth food for the eater and seed for the... Ecclesiastes chapter 11 from verse 1 to 3. Ecclesiastes 11 from verse 1 to 3 says, hey, you want a harvest? Load your cloud until it is full of water and then falls down as rain. If you plant your yam in the dry season, it goes into the soil. It stays there in the soil, waiting for rain. It is when the rain now falls that the yam begins to sprout, and then you can begin to count the time to the harvest. Number 4, when will the comes, or what will the harvest that will be produced be? It depends on the soil. You know that already. Matthew chapter 13 from verse 3 to 8. Matthew 13 from verse 3. So, and expect a harvest. Why? Oh, there will be no root. There will be no soil for the thing to grow in. You can't sow on the highway where people are passing every day and expect a harvest. It's not going to happen. The sowing must be on a good soil. And the Lord made it clear that soils differ. Good soil, they also differ. And it is harvest time. Some will give 30-fold return, another 60-fold, a 100-fold. And I've tried to explain this to us before. 30-fold is the harvest you get when you sow into the life of fellow brothers or sisters. The Bible calls them the household of faith. 60-fold is the harvest you get when you sow into the life of your pastor. Don't think I'm saying that because I'm a pastor. I'm just telling you the truth. The word of God made it clear. You receive a prophet in the name of a prophet, you will get a prophet
reward.
When Elijah said to the widow of Zarephath, your barrel will always be full. There will always be food in this house. It is a prophetic utterance, and it will produce results. Let me tell you the truth. Your fellow brother or fellow sister says to you, God bless you, is merely greeting you. Brothers can bless brothers. Sister cannot produce a blessing. That will be, it can only, well, it's like saying good morning. That is, I wish that this morning will be good. If it, there's nothing you can do about it. But when a prophet speaks, he has the backing of God. I hesitate to tell you this, but it is the truth. 100-fold is that which you get when you bless your spiritual father. I'm not saying it because I'm general overseer, but that's the truth. You read Genesis 27. I've explained that one to those of you who are workers. God showed me afresh in January of this year that when Isaac said to Esau, go and get me that kind of meat that I love, Isaac was not saying I am hungry. Isaac wasn't saying there's no food in the house. He is saying, spoil me, that I may spoil you with my blessing. And you remember the story very well. After he blessed Jacob in error, and then Esau came and said, my father, I've brought you food. He said, my stomach is already full. Somebody had collected the real thing. And he said, I have blessed him, and he shall be blessed. Bless some of my children on credit. Sense of what you will do, God bless you. That produces 100-fold returns. But God bless you on zero is 100% of zero. 100 times 100 times zero is zero. I've told you the story before. I was going for a walk early in the morning, and then, as usual, some people will come around and say, pray for me. I'm praying for everybody, you already included. But so that they would leave me alone, I would say, okay, God bless you. They would say amen and go. I think I was somewhere down there near the water, something. And there was this young man. He was driving a bus. He saw me. He went forward and then, I don't know, whatever little money he had in the bus, he brought it and gave it to me. That is God bless you. Now there's a difference between God bless you and God bless you. May I say to somebody this day on credit, God bless you. Why?
Well, you can get the full audio video so that you can get the remaining part of that video. Thank you very much for watching. This is Teams. Please share videos with others. Subscribe. Please subscribe. Let's grow this page together. Thank you very much for watching.